Hey gun people, I need to clean up this little bolt action here. It's a nice little gun. I should have a magazine around here somewhere. This thing takes AR mags. It's a 5.56 little bolt action, but it takes the standard AR mags, which is pretty nice. So I can go straight from the AR type of mag, loaded up with 30 rounds, and it's a bolt action. So I can't remember the last time I cleaned this, so I want to give it a good oiling, and I want to let me just see from this patch here what I get off this barrel. Not too bad, not too much. So I'm going to run a patch down it, and because it's a bolt, there's not a lot to do. I'm not going to pull the scope off because the scope is kind of sighted in, and I'm going to probably take this bolt apart, which is going to be interesting because when you take a bolt apart, and maybe I just don't know how to do it, but the way I do it is I push this thing up and it twists off, but it's never fun. So you twist this up. Maybe there's a way. Oh no, first I have to twist it to let it get down, so I'm going to twist it here, and that's going to relieve some tension. But you can't twist it any further off unless you push that up, and then I think you untwist it. I mean, I've taken off quite a few. Let me get this down here in case you can't see that. So that little thing there, when you put this together, I'm going to have to push this up and make this spin this way. But for right now, how do I get this bad boy apart? Man, the only way I remember is to do this. And it doesn't want to spin on me. So when I get this up, I need to start untwisting it. Which, oh, it wants to bounce back in there. So I really need to I got it. So the only problem with this is sometimes when I get it apart, it's hard as hell to get back in. Okay, so when you twist it once, it popped out like that. I'm not sure why I did that. So did I go the wrong way? Or do I have to twist again? Oh, it does come out right there. Oh, it doesn't look too bad either. Maybe I did clean this before. I think this is about the size. I'll put 1/38 patch in there. And we'll get some oil down there. Oh shit! This other end just fell out. And I didn't see how. So these two pieces just fell out this end. So what I'm thinking is, this goes in here, and then this little guy goes in there. So it goes completely through, which is a good thing because then I can't put it in the wrong way. But this little hole in the middle, I guarantee you this sucker's going to have to go in there. And that's going to hold that pin in. So I'm sure that's going to be interesting. Rick, why didn't you look at the manual? I don't know. I probably should have. Let me just squirt some oil down here. See what kind of junk I get off this bad boy. Oh, pretty stinking good. That just looks dirty to me. Even though it's kind of okay, does this light help or hurt? Does that make it worse or better? I moved my lights back a little bit, trying to help. Does this light help or hurt? Better or worse? I tell you, this lighting situation is a pain in the butt. Alright, I'm going to put some steel wool on here because I do not like the way that looks. And maybe it's supposed to look that way. Maybe it's just some cheap coating they put on there and it's halfway worn off. Oh yeah, look at what I got off there. So that steel wool definitely. So what I did not like about that, I'm looking at it now in the light and it looks shiny and it feels smooth. Before it felt a little rough and ragged. So I don't know if that was carbon on there or what it was. This appears to be some sort of hard poly coating. It's pretty stiff looking. Turn this light over here. See if that gives a better light. Man, that's so hard. I mean, I'll tell you, I never could figure out why they make a bolt action so damn hard. I'm like, you're just punching a primer. It's not like you're trying to freaking go through concrete. Why do they make that sucker so damn hard and difficult? So normally when I get a gun, I do this. So I'm not sure if I did it or not. My guess would be I did do it. But again, it's been so long. I'm going to hit this stainless steel here with a little. Yeah, I like the way that bolt kind of cleaned up. I think that cleaned it up a little bit. I kind of like the color discoloration I'm getting right there. Alright, so this looks actually pretty big. I'm going to use this other patch to go down there. And this is what I was using to do my 45s. Except it won't come out. Damn! I'm going to have to push it all the way through. It won't go all the way through. Well, that's not good. Damn, that shit's in there tight. Woo! That's what he said. Yeah. Damn. So that, yeah, it looks okay. I'm going to hit that again. I wish I could go back and forth with it like I do on a barrel. It's really like coarse in there. I don't know why. And then I can't pull it out. Shit. Woo! That bad boy gets in there. Oh yeah, that looks better. Okay, so I like the way that looks. Can you guys see in there? So I got the outside good. I got this with some fresh oil on it. I haven't cleaned this little pin yet. I was cleaning a couple of my 45s. I'm going to wrap them in some, get a Q-tip in between that hole there. Oh, I'm glad I did. I got some dirt out of there. Might as well go in that hole too. When you're cleaning a gun, find a hole, stick something in it. It should come out the same as it went in. If it doesn't, take your bolt to the doctor. Something's going on. you're gonna see some cussing when I put this back together. I hate taking these damn things apart because they are a pain in the butt. Alright, so this sucker, so it looks like it only goes one way, which is good. So see, if this would have went either way, I would have been like, oh shit, which way's right? Because I've got the ejector there. So I would have had to like figure out the bolt. But it only drops down. See how it's up? It only drops down in one position. So it's got to be the right position. So then I know there's a hole right in between there, which is where this pin's going to go. But this pin, which can go in either side, has to be for the firing pin to go through. So it has to be like so. Well, that's a little bitty spring on there. Look at that. I'm glad that didn't pop off. I'd have been screwed. That thing is like very, very quite contrary. Alright. So hopefully this will go through and hold that pin in. And it does. So now the easy part. All I have to do is push, twist, and roll. Dude, this is so freaking hard. I've got to put that spring and compress it and spin this back around to where it goes here, and then I need to cock it and it's got to go there. Not a fun chore, let me tell you. Let's see if somebody in the comments will have some easy trick for taking apart these. Oh shit, son of a bitch. Did it work? Hell no. So I'm not sure. There has to be some way to compress this that I just don't know about. And it sure would be nice to know. But I know using a bigger screwdriver does make it a little bit easier. I get more leverage. So I have to go this way when it goes in. Holy shit, I think I did it. So now I can either let it pop back in here and then lift it up and twist it some more, or try and hold it back while I spin it. I'm going to let it pop in, and now I need to push it and twist it one more so it'll lock. Because I don't think it'll go back in. Not cocked, so it has to be cocked. So, here we go again. Push and twist. Wow, that looked like it worked pretty good. Except it won't spin. It's blocking when it stops. Wonder why. There we go. Yeah. So now it's locked back in there, and we should be able to there we go. Let's pull that trigger. Hold that trigger back. Oh, you know what? I didn't get a reset on there. If you hold the trigger back, it won't give you a reset. It's probably because it's such a light trigger. Okay, so now that I have the bolt good and clean the way I want it, we can set it to the side. And I know it's clean inside and out. Now I got to get a little patch down this barrel. And I need my long skinny one. Long and skinny, and then I have my shorter fat ones. I'm not sure which one works better for this gun. You have to use the long and skinny because it's 5.56. I'm going to go in the other way. I don't want to mess this crown up with this metal. And what does it look like? Ah, it looks pretty good. Don't see too much coming out back either. Give it another one. Sure is tight. Ah. So that's what that patch looked like. Pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'm just going to get an oily patch for the outside. Give us a good... This is what's called a fluted barrel. And it's fluted, meaning they've carved out some weight. So it's lighter. And I think it makes it stronger. I'm not sure on that one. Don't quote me on that one, but I think it does. Let me get a cleaner patch. Make sure I'm not getting anything off here. I'm getting a little bit of brown, and that's that top surface rust. So because of that, kind of makes me want to pull this thing off, which I really don't want to do. But because I got a little rust off there, I think I'm going to have to do it. And God knows how I put this on and how I forgot, and I think it just clamps on. I got it loose. How do I... Does it screw off? Oh, it's got a little ball down there. So when it sits on a ball, you have to squeeze this to get it off. I don't know if you can see that squeezing action right there. Woo, woo, faster. Alright, so I'll go ahead and clean that up. And now, in order to get this off of here, it looks like I got 3 screws right here. 1, 2, and 3. Set that down carefully. Actually, I'm just going to lay it like this and work on the side. You may not be able to see it as good, but hopefully they use the same size. Ain't nothing worse than getting in here and having the wrong size. And of course, I've got all my little tools all mixed up, so trying to find the right size is a guesstimate. Ah, got it. Wouldn't be a gun video unless I dropped something. Alright, so let's get that one. Please be the same size. Yes! Thank you! I don't even know who makes this damn gun. So maybe like, how can you not know? I haven't looked it up, and it's my accurate 5.56. I know I would always have 5.56 ammo, and sometimes ARs aren't quite as accurate at long distance. This has got a bipod and a nice scope, so that's why. Oh, it's a Marlin, I think. It's got an M on the stock. Maybe that means Marlin. This guy doesn't even know what gun he's using. Don't watch him. He don't know what he's doing. Shit. I just noticed that damn battery's low. 1, 2, and 3. You notice I'm putting those in the right order? That could or could not be important. Yeah, they're all 3 different sizes. Now this should just hopefully pop right off. And that's it. I'll put a little oil on here with my oily patches that I've been using. Make sure there's no dirt or anything inside. It's got a nice plastic-like sheath that the gun just fits right in, where the mag sits. My trigger well is a plastic, so it's not really going to rust. And now I have full access to this barrel, which, because I was getting a little rust off one part, I wanted to be able to do the part underneath too. And I'm glad I did. There's a little bit of brown there, and I don't like that. So, a lot of people don't do this with their guns because it's kind of a pain in the butt. I get it. But I pay good money for my guns. I want them to last, and I want them to work when I need them. So I actually got pretty good rust off there. There's a little crack right there that I'm going to get some oil in. Make sure I clean those screws that I got the screws going in. Should be 3. I can really get... Oh, look at that. Man, that comes from that breach right inside here with the bolt out. I could have never got in there when it was tacked down. And look at all that crap I'm getting off. So that was a good move. There's not really a lot of cleaning on these bolt actions. I mean, for somebody to neglect their bolt. Now I can't get to the barrel where the mount is unless I pull off my scope. And I'm not that concerned about it. I wanted to get to what I could. And I think I did. If I was really concerned, I would pull that scope off. Like if I went out and it was in moisture and it was a big rain or something like that, I'd probably want to get in there. So so somebody's probably already looked up, or I probably looked it up. By the time I posted this, I'll look it up and actually put what gun it is. So there's a little spring there. There's my little mag release. There's a little screw there. My trigger mechanism with a spring. We'll get some oil down in there. Any little spring I see. This moves back and forth, so I definitely want to get this area. That looks like a piece of freaking popcorn or some shit fell in there. I don't know what the hell that was. Glad I got that out. So that's my safety going on and off. Get a little oil in there. This is my mag release. I'm going to get a little oil in there and see if I can't get a pipe cleaner down in there. Yeah, it looks pretty clean down in there. That's good. Alrighty. So I am, now that I wiped it down good, I'm going to put a little close to that sloppy, I'll call it a sloppy oil job, because it's going to soak in. And I know it's going to absorb. So I'm not wiping it off. I'm just getting a good wet lube there. Right past to where it's going to go back on a thing. And I'll do the same thing to this little guy. Get a nice wet lube on him so it can soak in also. These little checkering, definitely want to hit those with a toothbrush after you get oil on there. Make sure you get oil in all those little dirt, gunpowder, your oils from your finger gets in there, not good. Alright, this little bad boy should go back in here. Did I do a good oil job all the way down? This thing went down a little bit farther than I thought. Again, remember, all that oil is just going to soak in. And that's set right back in there, nice and neat. Now I got to get these screws. Don't want them rusting. Not in the Allen head and along the screw joints. This was the first one. And what did I do with my Allen wrench? Don't tell me I threw it back in there after I had the right size. Are you kidding me? Are you a freaking idiot? Alright, I got lucky. I can hear somebody now. Rick, why would you do that? Well, because I just did it. I'm not sure I'm in there. I'm not in there. Let me try one of these. Let me get this long one. All the way along threads and inside the Allen head, because I don't want that rusting. Let's see if I can get that bad boy started. I heard the back click. Oh yeah, that threaded right in. Okay, nice and loose. Let's see if that helps this front one find a home. I'm not getting a good... There we go. And this one looks like a wood screw. So because it's wood, I'm not necessarily worried about the threads rusting on the metal, but I don't want the threads rusting anyway. Inside that Allen hole, now by removing this, did I change my sighting on my scope? Probably so. You don't want to mess with anything once you get it sighted. Did I move it a lot? I'm not taking 900-yard shots with this, so I'm not too concerned about a little variance. As long as I can hit a man-sized target, I'm good to go. See, by putting these screws tighter than they were or looser, I change the way it's mounted in the stock. But it shouldn't change the barrel itself. So slide this barrel in there, or this bolt in there. Come on, baby. Find that hole. Bolts in there. I think if I hold this up and pull the trigger when I shut it, yeah, it does. So instead of dropping the trigger or dry firing this, even though it's a center fire, If I do this and pull the trigger, the hammer bangs against nothing. Hear that? But if I put it up, and then when I put it down, if I pull the trigger and I put it down, it actually uncocks it. So now it's not cocked. So again, I don't like my guns not cocked unless there's a round in a chamber. The only way to get a round in a chamber is to recock this. So I want to make sure I pull the trigger to make sure it's on fire because I don't want it on actually safe. I'm going to go ahead and make sure my safety works. I cocked it. I want my safety to go back, and it does work. Okay. So, this little bad boy is done. How about that? I like this little gun. I'm going to get sloppy oiling on this. This has plastic right here, but there is some metal. So anytime I've got metal that could possibly rust or in contact, I want to get a little lube on it. Looks pretty clean underneath here. There's a little screw right there. I'll go ahead and hit that screw with some oil and give it a little twist. And some people put their, to where it folds back to them or forward. Personal choice. I guess I kind of like forward. Don't ask me why. I just do. So this little thing should have clamped on there, and it didn't. So let me back this off and try this again. Wow. So I've got to get this wide enough so I can get that piece in there and then it'll close on it. And it wasn't wide enough before, so let's see if it is now. Oh, I think it is now. And then this puts some kind of reverse tension on there to lock it into place. There she is. And these fold forward on mine. The odds to this is people say that it can get caught on things if you're using your barrel like through bushes. You shouldn't be going through bushes like this. But if it's facing the other way, I kind of like it this way. These have these little spring out things so I can get different heights. Which is, I think, I mean, you know, whatever. Again, personal preference. Whatever you want. This one looks like I lost my spring. Why isn't this? This should be popping out. That's another project, another day. Alrighty. So I wanted to get this bad boy cleaned up, and it is cleaned up. What else did I clean over here? I cleaned my. This is a Wilson Combat 1911. It's called a naked slide. They specially made it with no markings. So it doesn't say 45, it doesn't say Wilson. It says here on the side Wilson Combat. Really nice, smooth gun. Man, let me tell you, this freaking gun. And there's no round corner. Everything is just, I mean, when you take it apart, see how they beveled in that little hole there? Really nice craftsmanship. I paid way too much money for it, but I always wanted one. This used to be like the king shit back in the day, and nobody could afford it. But it's got the little barrel. Everything is just, man, really nice. Look at that sight. I don't know if you can, is that sight in there? I don't know if you guys can see that sign. I can't line it up backwards. That's pretty hard. That's like playing pinball with your hands crossed. You ever do that? Next time you're at a pinball table, instead of doing this, cross your arms and use this flipper for this side and this flipper for that side, and try to play ping pong or pinball. Woo! I don't even know if they still have ping pong. What's the other gun I did? Oh, I did my little, I already cleaned this one. This is a Ruger 1911. Really nice 1911 for the money. Stainless steel. I really like these guns. Can't say enough good about them. For the price and the quality, Ruger makes a nice 1911. Comes with these cherry wood grips. This is all stock. This is how it comes. Very, very nice gun. And I got to put that paper on there. Remember that video I did with the paper? With the gun paper that I wrapped it? I'm going to wrap those guns in this gun paper. But I was reading this, and it says right here, shit, where was it? Wrap gun, long term, 2 years. This will provide a minimum of 2 years, usually 10 to 15 year protection against rust and corrosion. 10 to 15 years if you wrap it in this wax paper. That's why gun manufacturers use it. Because it probably freaking works. Anyway, I digress. Let me get out of here before my damn battery dies. What's my battery looking like? I was down to a few. Oh, I still got 2. Alright. Well, then that's there. Y'all have a good one. Oh, I'll tell you what the gun is. It's a Marlin something. 5.56. Whatever. I'll put it in the description.